Good morning, everybody. On today's show, we return to full gameplay streaming. I'm excited for a full day of fun here on DSP Gaming with all of you. A couple news stories, a few updates to some of the things we've been talking about recently, and chill vibes. Perhaps we will even check out the newly christened suggestion box from about a week ago, see what was on your mind for this first few days of submission. But it's going to be more laid back yet again, which I'm excited for because today, oh boy, Street Fighter 6 returns. All this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast. Alrighty, indeed. It is a new show. It is a new day. Today is Monday, the 15th of July, 2024. And I'm excited for a full and fun day of gameplay. A good balance today with the more stressful Street Fighter 6 here on the first stream. And of course, the very fun, relaxing, chill Stardew Valley on the late stream. So that's always a good balance. And I'm happy to be doing that in that order. So that way it can kind of be like a calm down session after, as you know, the intense rage and high blood pressure and adrenaline that comes from Street Fighter, right? So, welcome everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. Yesterday was a great React day for me. We had fun on both shows, particularly last night, because we are in the home stretch of my retro react to my original Dark Souls 1 playthrough over on DSP Throwback. And it was just a lot of fun, you know, seeing me try to figure out how to cure curse and freaking out about it and then going into the depths and getting lost, running in circles, fighting this gaping dragon boss, which arguably is the first giant awesome boss of Dark Souls 1. And then arriving in Blighttown for the very first time, which is, you know, a nightmare in itself. And remember that we're going to finish that up next weekend, which is going to be cool because this week I'm finishing Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, so it kind of coincides the conclusion of the DLC in the modern times and the conclusion of my original run of Dark Souls 1 from 13 years ago, all on the same week. So, good stuff. I hope you'll check out all the React stuff from yesterday. As you know, the clip show DSP versus the Internet takes place on my channel DSP React. 2 parts went live yesterday. More will be going live once a day for the rest of the week. And, of course, on DSP Throwback, the Dark Souls 1 playthrough will be going live 1 part a day for 5 days. Unless you're a member. If you become a channel member of either of those channels, you actually get access to those archive streams right away. And I hope that you'll give it a look. So, by the way, no surprise, during my DSP versus the Internet show yesterday, someone wanted me to watch a clip of the Sacha Baron Cohen show that was on Showtime like 7 or so years ago, where basically he pretended to be like an anti-terrorist trainer and fooled idiots in our government into doing dumb stuff. So basically we watched the clip and it was okay. It wasn't funny or bad either. It was just meh. And of course it got the whole show blocked, which is funny because that didn't actually happen. Like during the show, it identified it as a copywritten thing, but it was like, okay, you know, now I got to stop watching it or whatever. But it actually blocked the entirety of the stream and the entirety of the archive stream and the entirety of the on-demand video. So I had to edit it out. So it's actually missing from the show because it was from Showtime. And again, not that that's a horrible thing, but if you are going to be submitting clips for me to watch during my React show, likely things from official outlets like that, a real, you know, TV channel and stuff, those are always going to end up being blocked by YouTube. As dumb as it is, they do it anyway, even though it's not really legal to do that, because I'm just doing their live React, which is legal. They don't care. So just be careful with the clips you submit. Already the 3 posts are already live for next week's React show on Sunday. So if you're a member over on DSP Reacts, you can already post up your clips for next week. Please do so. And thanks for a great day yesterday. It was honestly, yesterday was a nice, relaxing day as opposed to the chaos that had happened on Saturday with the world news and current events. We actually had a much more laid-back day, and it was fun because of that. So thanks for that. Okay, so what I think we'll do today, let's go ahead and quickly talk about the schedule. let's talk about some updates regarding some ideas and things that we've had about what we should be doing next. And we'll go from there. So today we go back to I'm gonna go ahead and hold on, take care of this. Okay. Today we go back to gameplay. All right, and today the first stream will be Street Fighter 6 M Bison. And in honor of me getting a joystick that actually has color changing capabilities, I'm going to pick the purple color for M Bison. I have the purple background lighting, the purple leaderboard today, okay, the purple border for the show, and I'm going to color my new Victrix joystick. Hold on. I gotta make sure this is the, I think this is the pure color one. Yes. I'm going to color it purple. Hold on. Wait, am I holding the wrong button down? I think I might be holding the wrong button down. Hold on. I gotta find the solid color. See, this is strobe. This is dark mode. This is white. That's dark mode. So this is standard mode. Okay, and I'm trying to remember, how do you change the color in standard mode? Because there's two buttons. Shit. Do I just hold the button down, or is it this button? Ugh, I've already forgotten how to do this. I think you hold it down, and then if you hold the direct... Yes, here we go. It's changing color right now. Okay. Yeah, it's like a bluish purple. It kind of matches. I guess I could go a little bit more. Let's see. That's too blue. This is more of a bright purple. There you go. That matches. So there we go. The purple Victrix joystick layout to match purple Bison today that I'll be playing in Street Fighter 6, and it matches my background in the office as well. Not that you guys will see it, but I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that this joystick even has that feature to have it light up and change colors. It's so insane. So this is really my first full stream I'll be playing on the Victrix. I did try it out Friday night. So we did some casual play in like an hour and a half of rank. We didn't do a full 2 hours because I had unboxed the joystick, so I didn't really get as much in as I would have wanted to. So today we're going to get at least 3+ hours of gameplay on this joystick. Did I watch some more videos of Bison? Yes, I did. I didn't learn too much more, but I think I have an idea now of exactly what I want to do, like, from neutral. Like, if I'm going to drive rush, I know what I want to use now, because there's always different options, and I don't know what to use. I think I know how I want to bait people from mid-screen. I think I want to know how to play. I'm getting... It's been like 2 weeks I've been playing Bison, and finally, after having played with him a while and watching these videos, I think it's finally sinking in exactly what to do in each situation. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, the M Bison Victrix Joystick Madness stream goes well. Hopefully, I'll level up Bison a bunch, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, this would be a great stream if we could get a bunch of wins, right? Okay. So anyway, that's my first stream today. I hope that you guys will stick around after the podcast ends for the fun. And please support the stream today if you enjoy it. You know, Street Fighter has been great as a daytime stream for the times that I've been doing it recently to get better with Bison. I'm not saying it's going to stay a daytime stream forever, but certainly I've gotten in more gameplay as a result, and I think it's been helping me improve more, getting more gameplay in. So we'll see how that goes. I might rotate it to night streams instead or not. We'll see. But yeah, so today, excellent stream. Cannot wait for M Bison Purple Pimp Madness, as they say. And then tonight on the late stream, Stardew Valley, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Finally, we'll be able to do a regular Stardew Valley stream. We'll be able to interact and talk and learn and have a good time like I usually do. We won't have distracting topics around us of current events going on. All right? It should be a much better opportunity to play it tonight. Tomorrow, this will be pretty exciting. It's the conclusion of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC in Elden Ring. All I have to do is beat the final boss. Once he's done, I mean, there's some odds and ends, like going back and killing that stupid dragon, Sir Monosax, or whatever the hell he is. But, yeah, the final boss, and I don't know how long it'll take me. It might take me a half an hour. It might take me all 3 hours. Maybe I won't even beat him in all 3 hours, right? I don't know. But I'm excited to see how it goes. I was actually learning a lot yesterday as I was doing this, or 2 days ago as I was doing this. Within the half an hour, I had already pretty much figured out how to beat the first half of the fight and just trying to learn the second half, and then I ran out of time. So that's good stuff. And I hope that you guys will join me for that tomorrow day stream. And tomorrow night will be Riven Remastered as we're heading into basically the last third of the game. The game's around 9 hours long, roughly, and I'm already like 6 hours in. So probably 2 more streams to beat it. And apparently I'm heading into a really interesting part that's going to change the plot and everything. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow night. Now, I'm off from streaming on Wednesday. When I come back on Thursday, the day stream again will be Street Fighter 6, and the night stream will be Stardew Valley. Friday, there's a new game coming out. I think it's called, like, Kunitsigami. I keep forgetting what it's actually called. Hold on a second here. I literally forget because it's such a weird name. Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. Okay? It comes out on Game Pass this Friday. So what I'd like to do is I would like to give it a shot. All right? Because we've seen things about it, and it's so confusing. It's like, is it a strategy game? Is it an action game? Is it a hybrid? Is it a horror game? Like, what is this game? You can't really put your finger on what the game is supposed to be because the previews aren't very representative. Now, apparently it had a demo, but as you know, I've been in the midst of so many projects and playthroughs, I haven't had a chance to try it. So this Friday, my daytime stream, we'll check it out. It comes out on Game Pass on Friday. Why not give it a shot? Let's do it as a day stream. Let's feel it out and let's see what it is. If it's good and we like it, then maybe this will be the next new playthrough that I do for the summer since it's a brand new game. If it's weird or we don't like it or it's slow paced or it's just not interesting, then we don't have to continue with it. But that's the cool thing about it being on Game Pass is that we don't have to commit to it. We could just give it a shot as the daytime stream and see if we like it and go from there. So that's going to be the day stream on Saturday. And then Saturday night will be Friday Night Fights, Street Fighter 6. Sunday, or excuse me, I completely misspoke. That's Friday. The daytime stream on Friday is Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess premiering, and then Friday night is Friday Night Fights. Sorry about that. Saturday, on the day stream, I would like to bring back Fallout 4. We haven't played Fallout 4 now in about a month, and I think it's a good time to bring it back. We'll bring it back as a day stream and see how much interest we can strum up for it. We're in the midst of the Nuka-Cola World DLC, and we're actually in the interesting part of the DLC where you go through the parts of the park, you clear it out of enemies, you solve puzzles and the like. So that should be fun as a day stream on Saturday. And then Saturday night will be more Riven Remastered and the likely conclusion of Riven Remastered. And then, of course, Sunday will be React Day, and then we'll go from there for the rest of the week. Because, again, I don't know if we're going to need another game or not. If we like Kunitsugami, then we'll keep playing it. If we don't like Kunitsugami, then we'll need another game, and we'll figure out what we want to do. Do we want to do System Shock Remake or Luigi's Mansion 2 or Paper Mario, or do we want to bring back something else? Or, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Okay? Cool. All right. So that's what's going on, roughly, for the next week of streams here on DSP Gaming. I hope that sounds good to you. Sorry if you see me rubbing my nose a lot. It's my allergies. My nose is bothering me again today. It's like itching. Like, oh, God. For the record, I haven't taken any allergy meds this year. Like, at all. I tried to stay away from them because I only like to take meds when I absolutely need them because then they're very effective. So I haven't taken any. And so some days you might see me, I'm like rubbing my beard and my face. It's because it itches from my allergies. Like, oh, man. So today is one of those days. Like, whole face and everything itching. Like, God damn it. So I hope it doesn't bother me during my fighting games. Typically, once I start playing the fighting games, though, I get, like, hyper-focused and nothing bothers me. I just get so focused on the game. So, anyway, all right, so that's the schedule, right? So, in regards to, what's the next upcoming game or whatever, let's see what happens with Kunitsugami. Like, that, I feel, is really what we should do, is see if Kunitsugami is good on Friday, and if it's good, keep it in the schedule. If it's not, take it from the schedule, okay? Also, you might say, well, what is your schedule coming up? Are Wednesdays going to remain your day off? I still don't know. I'll know in a few days, basically. I got to give it a few days here, seeing what's going on. And within a few days, perhaps I'll know if my schedule's more set or not. Right now, yeah, Wednesday is my day off, but that might change moving forward. I won't know yet until a few days pass. So give me some time to figure that out. And I'll get back to you guys on exactly what day of the week I'll be off and what other days I'll be streaming. It will hopefully still be 6 days a week, no problem. It's just, I just don't know when, right? Okay. So we covered all that. What other things have we been talking about? Well, one of the big things we're talking about is the upcoming Summer Marathon event, which is in less than 2 weeks now. It's DSP's Digital Summer Party 2.0. for 2024. There will be food, booze, gaming, chill vibes, perhaps a tier maker, all kinds of fun stuff, right? And it's happening on Saturday, July 27th. Mark your calendars. Don't miss it. If you miss it, you're a fool. Unless you just can't make it, in which case that's fine. You can watch it on demand after the fact. So, yeah. I'm not sure exactly what we should do yet in regards to, like, exactly what people want or the order. The ideas that I've been kicking around are, you know, doing a tier maker around something around the summer, maybe summertime foods, cookout foods, comfort foods, things like that. Or maybe summertime activities people like to do and rank them against each other live. And then I was thinking the Nintendo World Championships game, perhaps. Do like a segment of an hour or two where I just do challenge runs in classic Nintendo games. And you guys can vote in the chat about if you think I'll complete the challenges or not. And in addition to that, maybe some Stardew Valley, maybe some Street Fighter 6, you know, variety stuff just to hang out. And of course, there'll be food. And I'll probably have some liquor or something that day too. We'll see. So that's coming up. Now, once we get through that marathon, then I'm going to basically schedule in the days that I'm going to be doing my PC migration. Yeah, for those who don't remember, I'm switching PCs this year. My PC now is 10 years old. It's got so many problems, including dying fans all over it, a hard drive that has a corrupted sector that I can't figure out how to fix, so I keep getting corrupted videos every once in a while, among other issues. You know, it's getting on the older side. It's not going to be running forever. So, being that it's Windows 8, and I'm not even willing to upgrade it from Windows 8 to another Windows because I don't trust it because the components are so outdated and everything, it's time to move. So I'm going to move over to my wife's PC, which has been basically dormant for years. It's a 2017 PC that has much better specs than mine, much better graphics card, runs on Windows 10, you know, just much better setup in general. So we're going to migrate over. And the way I'm thinking of doing it is I'm going to have both PCs in here, basically both simultaneously hooked up. And what I'm going to have to do is like get hers up and running, get it set up so I can easily boot it and everything every day, and install all the stuff I need on it to start. And then I basically got to migrate files. And I'm debating, how do I do that? Like, do I put them on an external hard drives? Do I do that Ethernet? Can't you do like an Ethernet to Ethernet connection? Like a direct connect and just like drag and copy files between hard drives and stuff like that? I mean, maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know. But it's going to be a pain because it's going to be so time consuming. Not necessarily just to get the initial setup, but to get all the files over. Because just in a day, just so you guys know, right now with my current setup, okay, I've been streaming full time since 2017. I have 7 years of files all over the place on this PC that are all pulled into this OBS presentation, right? So I don't even know where they all are. So what I'm going to have to do is when I do this migration, go into this OBS, go into every single scene that I have set up and find the location of the file and then basically drag it into like a folder and save it on a hard drive and then transfer all the files raw over to the new PC. But then I have to load my OBS settings, right? All the scenes and everything into the new PC. And then I have to manually link every single file for every single scene. That's what's going to take the longest. Like, you would think, oh, it's an easy migration, it's not a big deal. For initial setup stuff, you're right. It probably wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, yes, I have to reinstall hardware. Like, for example, my capture device, I have to get it working on the new PC and, you know, various different things. But the most annoying thing is absolutely positively going to be getting all those files linked properly so I can just do smooth streams. Now, oh, let me go to this scene. Oh, half the assets are missing. Empty things on my stream, you know? So I predict it's probably going to take a few days. So what I might do for those days is like daytime streams. I have a normal stream on my existing PC, but then on the night stream, it's like a transition stream where I'm working on it and, you know, I'm kind of dicking around and doing that. And, you know, maybe when we're doing that, maybe I will live stream some of it just to hang out with you guys for a couple hours while I mess with the files and stuff. You know, maybe I'll put my webcam over there on top of one of my monitors and sit there in the monitor and just hang out with you guys while I'm doing it. So that's why it's not just fucking super boring or whatever, right? I know you can export settings from OBS. You were not listening to a word I just said. I said the difficult part is going to be all the file migration and relinking the files to OBS, not the actual transferring the scenes from OBS. That's simple. That's incredibly simple. Now, keep in mind also, since I am migrating over from an old PC to a newer one, not that it's new, it's definitely old, but it's newer, there's other things I can do. For example, I have a Stream Deck that has been sitting in my closet for years unused because it doesn't work with Windows 8. Well, now I can get the Stream Deck working with my new PC, and I can have it set up for new things. I can have it press a button and it transitions to something on screen that's funny, or transitions to a special scene, or you know what I mean? When I'm doing the podcast, I push the button, it shows you on screen what I'm talking about, right? Which is really neat. So that's cool. I want to get that set up and worked out and see how I can utilize that on my streams. But again, that takes some doing. Okay, it takes a lot of doing to set that up. It's going to take time. And of course, once I'm set up on a brand new PC, now we have potential to explore newer things. Like, what about possibly a webcam upgrade? This webcam is nice, but it's not ideal. It's not running at 60 frames per second. It doesn't exactly have the best exposure settings and things. Perhaps I could get an upgraded webcam so now I actually look like I'm on par with other streamers, right? Could do something like that. So that's what I mean. Once we do the migration, then all these possibilities will open up for me. But we have to get to the migration. So that's going to come, like I said, after the marathon's over. We'll schedule it in 1 week coming up, likely that very end of July or that very first week of August, where there'll be like regular day streams, but then the night streams will be me setting this up. Okay? So this should be fun, but hopefully it goes smoothly. And, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm nervous. I'm totally nervous about it. Why? Because every time I try to do something like this, there's some kind of unforeseen technical difficulties, right? I would be surprised and shocked if I did this process and nothing went wrong, okay? So I fully expect that something that I do today will not work once I transition over, and I'm going to have to find either a workaround or a fix or just dump what I do and do something different. I fully expect that will happen, okay? So that's coming in a couple of weeks. Let's have this fun last hurrah. In fact, the marathon can not only be the digital summer party, but it can be the goodbye party for my current PC. We can say thank you so much, PC, for 10 years of awesome gameplay and streams. You were a workhorse like hell. Oh my God, did you put out a lot of content and do a lot of work for me? But it's time to retire you and move on. So it'll be the final goodbye to this PC during the digital summer party. We'll have a big send-off at the end. We'll all cry. We'll play music. Sappy music. Goodbye, PC. Anyway. Yes, this should be fun. I mean, yeah, I know better quality stuff is always exciting. Imagine better webcam, Steam Deck or Stream Deck where I'm jumping around and doing scenes and stuff. And, it should be pretty fun. I mean, maybe there is a possibility. It's not guaranteed yet. There is a possibility I would even be able to capture and record at better quality. Like, I'd be able to do true 1440p, which a lot of people are doing on YouTube right now. That'd be pretty neat to be able to do that, right? No, Cat's PC does not have RGB lighting like the joystick does. I think it has a light on the front, and I can't remember what color it is, if it's blue or red. It has, like, a light on the front of the case, but that's about it. Okay, so all that's coming. Now, there's one other thing to talk about. We figured out kind of the gaming schedule for now. We don't need to really worry about that. But on DSP Throwback, we still have some questions, all right? Next week, we're going to finish the Dark Souls 1 Retro React, and then after that, we're going to do Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for a couple of weeks to coincide with the real-life Olympics. And then after that, I'm probably going to be doing, what do you call it? Maybe some PS Now walkthrough stuff that I did from 100 years ago. Remember PS Now, or excuse me, PS Home walkthrough stuff from 100 years ago, not PS Now, PS Home, where they had that virtual life community thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be pretty cool to explore the stuff from the past to see what this PS Home was back in the day. We'll probably do that for a week or two. But then after that, we'll be looking for new Retro React stuff. Some people are already suggesting, why don't you do some of your classic horror playthroughs, like the first time you ever played Resident Evil 1 for YouTube, or maybe Resident Evil 5. And I was like, those aren't bad ideas at all, actually. Those are pretty interesting ideas. It'll probably be around mid-August-ish. when we do that. And I think that would work out some good content. So we'll see what people want, but that sounds good to me. Anyway, the thing we're trying to figure out on DSP Throwback is what to do next once LA Noire finishes. FYI, Dante's Inferno, the missing playthrough, the one you've never seen because it was too risque for YouTube and YouTube removed my playthrough of it, is going to be available starting today on DSP Throwback. Part 1, a 1-hour video, will go live tonight. Well, hold on. Tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow morning. I misspoke because the video is going live today, and I need to watch it and title it tonight. So it will go live tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay? So if you've never seen Dante's Inferno, to warn you, there's nudity. There is extreme gore and graphic content. This is why in 2010, YouTube banned people from being able to upload playthroughs of it. Yes, if you uploaded it, they would actually remove the content and give you a community strike saying, how dare you upload this adult-oriented content. Now, things have changed. You can upload the playthrough, but you have to demonetize it. So this playthrough will be making no money for me whatsoever on DSP Throwback because you can't put ads on it because it's considered adult content. But it's missing media. It's lost media that it's like 3 whole chapters. I want to say it's like 8 hours of gameplay. That's not anywhere. You can't watch it because YouTube removed it. Okay? So we're going to make it go live starting tomorrow morning. Like I said, a 1-hour premiere. And then after that, each part will be about a half an hour long. So it'll only end up being probably around 10 parts because then I realized why keep playing the game because YouTube won't allow me to share the playthrough. So I just stopped. So it is one of those early unfinished playthroughs of mine. But you might get a kick out of watching the first, 3 worlds. I think it's like, I want to say one, it was like Wrath, Lust, and Greed or something like that. Because it's like the first 3 levels of hell. Something like that. Anyway. Why is the Red Hat Bison emote invalid? What do you mean? People were using it. People were using that emote. I don't know what you're talking about. Did the emote just change? I still have it. There it is. No, wait. It does say, oops, that comment and contains an invalid emoji. Oh, is there a new one? Oh, is there a new emoji? It's purple. Someone made it. Okay, we got a new one. We have a purple hat bison now for purple bison today. There we go. It just got added on the fly. So there's no more red hat bison. It's purple hat bison. Purple pimp bison. There you go. There we go. Cool. So now we have me in the real bison hat that I have. But then there's also the purple bison hat. Cool. Well, if we happen to hit $100 of tips on stream today, it's bison hat time for Purple Pimp Bison Madness here on the stream. There we go. Very nice. Very pertinent emote for today. Okay, so anyway, Dante's Inferno premieres tomorrow, and then it'll alternate with LA Noire, and probably will be about 10 or so parts. And then after Dante's Inferno finishes, I'm going to go to other lost media, including the online play of Red Dead Redemption 1, which was what was used to become Suicide Kings. There's also some travel vlog stuff that I'll be putting up from like a New York City trip, a backyard pool party that I attended, among many other videos that have been considered lost media over the years. Okay, but what we need to do now is figure out what is the next big playthrough for me to remaster for DSP Throwback. This is the one thing we got to figure out now. All right? We've been tossing around ideas. Assassin's Creed 2, the original playthrough from back in the day. Dragon Age 2. Or what about remastering my original GTA trilogy playthrough from, excuse me, 2012, which was the PS2 versions of the game played on my TV with the camera pointed at it and all the music in, but the music all got muted and blocked, so now we can scrub those to take the music out, which would then make it viable for a playthrough that can be on YouTube again. So you could watch the original GTA playthroughs, but without music issues, right? So that'd be pretty cool, I think. Yeah, so let me know what you think. We have to basically figure this out within the next 1 to 2 weeks because I think LA Noire, we still have enough footage left for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, because it's going to be alternating with Dante's Inferno and all of that. So let's think about it, and then you guys let me know what you think. Like, for example, here we go. Ready? Sarah says you need to let GTA go, but then Cheetah Man says, oh, definitely go with GTA. With GTA 6 coming out in the next year or so, the hype is ramping up. So there you go. Right? It's like completely conflicting opinions right off the bat. There you go. So let me know your opinions. Leave comments on this video. Tell me on the streams. Let me know what you think. I'm going to make judgments based off of your feedback. Okay? So there you go. So gaming schedule, we've kind of figured out. We're going to try this Kanutsugami, see if it's good. If that doesn't work, maybe we'll do something different. And also, Fallout 4 is coming back. So there you have it. Those are going to be some of the streams that we're going to be doing. As for the summer marathon event, we're kind of starting to lock in the things that we want to do. There's a red mark on my forehead. Yes, I just scratched my forehead. If you didn't notice, I scratched it. And because I have insanely sensitive skin, sometimes I would just, no lie, sometimes my nose itches. And I just go like this, and then I get a giant red welt on the side of my nose. It's because my skin is terrible. It's incredibly, stupidly sensitive. And so my forehead itched, and I went like this during the stream, and now I got a giant red mark. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I know. It's a curse of having bad skin. That's true. Hardcore fan says, what about Indigo Prophecy? That's a great playthrough that looks like ass and needs a remaster. The only bummer, we would have to remove the music. You remember that song? You gotta let it go. Boom, 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 boom. Another love TKO. Guess what? That has to be removed because that is a licensed song, and that gets blocked on YouTube now. So we would have to scrub Indigo Prophecy of all licensed music, which really stinks because it's actually part of the charm of the game, but not much can be done. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll do Indigo Prophecy. I'll have to think about it. Okay. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. Those are the things. Now, we have a little bit of gaming news this morning. All right, two news stories I would like to cover for you. Let's go ahead and get started with DSP news. The first is more of a rumor, but honestly, I think it's probably true, so I kind of wanted to talk about it anyway. Supposedly, it is leaked the Black Ops 6 upcoming beta test. All right? The early access exclusive beta test, meaning I think it's for people who either, like, fully pre-ordered the game or bought the game, like, for early or whatever. I don't know exactly how that works, how you get access to the early beta, but that one is supposedly going to start on August 30th, and then the open beta for everyone. That's right, everyone. No longer timed exclusive shit where one console gets it this week, another console gets it another week. No, everyone gets the beta at the same time now. All right, that's going to be on September 6th. All right. So, if this is true, I'm all over it, mostly because I want to really test my new setup's graphical capabilities, right? Right now, I can now finally play games at 120 hertz, 120 frames per second, right? At 1080p. And I've never been able to do that before, okay? In addition, I can play games at 4K 60 frames if the console supports it. So I'm curious, with these open betas, right? I can actually test Call of Duty on both consoles and see which it performs better on. Will it actually perform better on the Xbox Series X? Will it perform better on the PlayStation 5? Now, I can tell you this. It's going to be on Game Pass, so I'm going to play it on the Xbox Series X. I'm not going to buy this game when I'm already going to get it, being a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber. But it doesn't mean it would perform better on the Xbox. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. And this very well could be the only game ever that I've played at 120 frames per second. I've never even seen a game above 60. Seriously, I never have. So maybe to see this game be played at 120, it might like blow my mind. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I'm excited for that, actually. Even if Black Ops 6 ain't that great, to have my first ever like technological advancement there with gaming where I could do a 120 hertz game would be pretty neat. I'm curious if I play it at 120 frames, if it's possible, will I actually get like better reaction times and stuff? Because I can tell you this, playing an FPS at 60 versus 30, at 60 frames, you can react so much better. And 30 frames per second shooters are horrible now. Like, you can barely play them anymore. So I'd be excited to see how this will perform. So if the early access beta is on the 30th for Game Pass subscribers, I'll play it. But if not, I'm just going to wait till the open beta. I'm not going to pay for this game. But I want to try it. I'm excited to try it and jump in and see how different it is at 120 frames if the consoles will run it at that and experiment. So this should be a fun thing to do over the summer, a fun experiment with graphical performance, which I never had before. Okay? Cool. Okay. So now on to our other news story for today. This one you may or may not know about. All right? So, anyone remember that company, Toys for Bob? I do. It was a company that basically made Crash Bandicoot 4 for Activision Blizzard, but also they made the Crash Bandicoot Remastered Trilogy, the Insane Trilogy. The Insane Trilogy sold incredibly well, and so did Crash Bandicoot 4. For those who don't know, Crash Bandicoot 4 sold over 5 million copies. 5 million copies for a platformer. That's a lot, okay? So it actually was considered a big success. It made a lot of money for Activision Blizzard. So guess what? A former Toys for Bob concept artist says that Crash Bandicoot 5 was at one point in development at the studio, but has since been canceled, along with another game that was called Project Dragon. The former senior concept artist Nicholas Cole shared on social media that he was working on a survival and crafting multiplayer RPG. All right? So some people ask, well, if it's called Project Dragon, does that mean that it was related to Spyro in any way? And he basically said, well, no, it's not Spyro at all. But then he alluded and said, you know, someday maybe you guys are going to hear all about Crash Bandicoot 5, which we were working on, but we were told to cancel. And he clarified both games were entirely unrelated. They were canceled by two separate studios. So I guess they were working on Project Dragon for one company and Crash 5 for another company. And both games got canceled. All right. So people are now speculating. People are saying this company, Phoenix Labs, was the company that was making this game Project Dragon. And Phoenix Labs had to lay off 9% of its workforce this year in May, so it isn't doing well, which is probably why I had to cancel that game. So, once again, we got to scratch our heads and be like, listen, the Project Dragon game, all right, it was, you know, who knows? It was probably a gamble game. No one really knew much about it or whatever, right? But in regards to Crash 5, like, why did that not happen? Crash Bandicoot 4 literally sold 5 million copies. It made an insane amount of money, right? And I'll be honest, I think the Crash trilogy is great. I thought that Crash 4 was a good spiritual successor style game, even though it was in the same vein. It kind of, I would compare it to Sly Cooper 4, where Sly 1 through 3 are always going to be the classic trilogy, and you can make new ones, but most people will say, they won't live up to the originals. Yeah, Sly 4 was good, but I don't think Sly 4 lived up to the originals, but it was still a good outing. So then why would Crash not continue? If Halo got sold off to another studio, right, another company, and it continued, and it sucked, but it still continued. If Gears of War got sold off to another company, and it kind of sucks, it's not as good as the original 3, but it's still continuing, then why did Crash not continue? This is what it makes me scratch my head. So you have to ask yourself about Activision Blizzard and its management and their choices and the idiotic things that they have done. Why on earth do they have successful game franchises under their umbrella and then say, we're not going to work on any of that. Just keep doing Call of Duty content, right? Again, I hate to say it, this is Grand Theft Auto Online syndrome, where since one company, Rockstar, had this insane hit with Grand Theft Auto Online, every other company decided we don't need to make good games anymore. We just need to make addictive games as a service and just keep nickel and diming the customer. So every year, rush out a new Call of Duty, pump out limited content, but then systematically release more content for the game over the year, all piecemeal, and then have people do tons of microtransactions during all of the additional content. And that'll be our model. That every year, even though we sell a game for $70, we then end up making hundreds of dollars on each transaction because so many people fall for this model of games as a service and they keep throwing us money, right? And again, if we didn't have the GTA Online thing as an example, these companies probably would not have changed their entire minds on this, because if you remember, the Insane Trilogy did well, Crash 4 did well, but then everyone sees money coming in for GTA Online like, wait a minute, how do I get a piece of that pie? We're working hard here making these games, but can we do less work and make more money? Let's copy what they're doing over there. And that's what happened. It's called greed. It's called lack of creativity, lack of artistic merit, doing things just for money. And that's what these companies have basically shifted to in the last decade. Instead of worrying about putting out a quality product and then making money on it, they worry about making money regardless if they're putting out a quality product. That's not how you operate a business based on artistic merit, which is what gaming is. It's supposed to be you're selling entertainment, you're selling art, and then people like the art and they buy it, and then you make money. Not, oh, we tricked you into making money first, and then maybe at some point we make something artistic. That's not how it's supposed to work. So this story is incredibly sad for me because Crash 5 would have been awesome. Crash 4 was good. I want more Crash Bandicoot games. I want more Spyro games. I want more games that have merit rather than games that I bought once or even got for free, but then I had to keep doing microtransactions to get satisfaction out of them, you know? But, again, that's where the whole industry will be headed if we allow it to. Right? The only way you can change a gaming industry, all right, is to change it with your wallet. Right? If you are sad that it took this long for GTA 6 to be developed, then immediately stop spending money on GTA Online this instant. Don't care how much you like it or you enjoy it, stop spending money on it. Because then it will go away and they'll actually start making good games again. Right? If you liked Crash Bandicoot and you're sad there's no Crash 5, stop spending money on microtransactions in Call of Duty. Because then they'll stop putting all their efforts into Call of Duty and they'll have to make other games. But if you're one of these people who complains, but then you still spend money on this stuff, you're part of the problem. In fact, you're the target audience for the problem. You see? Okay. So that's the gaming news for today. Nothing too major or crazy. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. Nothing too major or crazy. But a few quick topics I wanted to cover. I'll do some shout outs now. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what we've got, and then we'll see how much time we have left. Hold on. This is hilarious. Someone just hit me $1, and listen to this. For once in your life, play a high-tier character. Get them to master so you can prove the haters wrong. You have nothing to lose unless you're scared that you're going to get clapped when you play high tier. Stop being scared. What do you think M. Bison is, exactly? Do I even have to... So, gee, let's see. I started playing with M. Bison. I had the best winning records that I ever had getting him to master, right, in record time. I'm hanging in master. It's just a matter of time before I get better. So what are you talking about exactly? Like, I'm literally doing what you just asked for in your $1 tip. I've been doing it for over 2 weeks. Whatever. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me at all, right? Okay. It's like someone hasn't been paying attention to my content for the last 2-3 weeks. Okay. I received a $1 tip. Someone says, do we have any scheduled chart or page to see upcoming suggested games that you'll play? You know, I don't have anything like that. I don't have any like a listing somewhere saying, hey, here's some of the games I'm considering playing next, or top suggestions from viewers. Maybe I should do that at some point. The only question is, where would I put it? Because right now, my community page on my YouTube channel here has my daily schedule, plus I post up when I go live with streams. So if I put it there, it's probably going to get lost in the shuffle. I wish you could pin community posts. You can't. I know that sounds dumb. You should be able to pin one at the top so everyone can see it. They don't let you. So I'm not exactly sure where I could put that where people would be able to see it and access it and reference it. You know, I don't know. Do you have any ideas? I'm open to ideas of how I could make that work. Because currently I don't know how I would make it work. Okay? Okay. All right, guys. That's it for shout-outs so far. If any other contributions come in, I'll shout them out. Please contribute today and support the streams. I appreciate anyone who does. Again, my goal is to hit 50 bucks in tips today. I hope I could do that. I didn't do it on both streams yesterday. I did do it on the night stream, thankfully. So please consider contributing today if you can. Make Purple Pimp Bison Madness a success. And I will shout those out immediately when they come in here on the podcast. Keep in mind that once we get into the gameplay, I have to wait every few sets to really do shout-outs here because I'm focused on the competitive nature of the game. But, all right, Baby Man Gaming, thanks for 13 months as a member. And he's saying he's playing a furry, scaly Genshin game. I have no idea what that means. But thanks for 13 months as a member. Okay. What's up, Game Boy? How are you this morning? Welcome. Well, actually, now it's afternoon. Good afternoon, Game Boy. Welcome. What's on everybody's mind today? Jade, how are you? Welcome back, Jade, 'cause I know you weren't here yesterday. Thanks for coming by for Bison Madness today. The Hamburglar did a $1 super chat. Woohoo. Thank you, Hamburglar. If you're going to steal some hamburgers, don't steal mine, okay? Stay away from mine. The Hamburbler. He likes to hamburble. Did I like Days Gone? Ask Zombie Slayer 75. I did. I feel like the first 10 to 12 hours of Days Gone are incredibly slow. It's a really bad way to start a game like that because most people got turned off by the game within the first 10 hours and said, wow, this is so boring and repetitive. After that, the game gets better. You start arriving at different human camps and you get different quest lines and different things you can do, like get your bike upgrades and things like that. And then the game actually gets way more interesting. It just takes too long to really pick up. So a lot of people ditch it within the first, segment. But once you get deep into it, it's actually pretty good. The sad fact is, because so many people ditched it in the first 10 hours and never finished it, didn't sell very well, it didn't review very well, and now it's over. Like, they wanted to make more games in the series, which would have worked, but they're never going to. It's completely dead because it just didn't do as well as it should have, I feel, because the beginning was too slow-paced. So would I like FromSoft to make a traditional JRPG instead of a Soulsborne? I'll say this. I don't care about them making Soulsbornes. That's fine. I wish they would do other stuff. Like, they just did Armored Core, and that was pretty good. I wish they would make more games. They're now a big studio, and they have the capacity to make other types of games. I wish they would branch out and make other good games, because I feel like they have potential to make games that are not Soulsborne games, right? They don't need to make Souls-likes or Soulsborne games at all. They could do other genres. I would love to see them dabble into other genres and be successful there, too. I don't want them to stop doing their bread and butter Soulsborne stuff. I just wish that they would dabble out a bit and do more variety as well. What's the weirdest soda I've ever drank? The weirdest soda I've ever had would have been, let's think about this. I've had some odd ones. I think a long time ago I had like a chocolate soda, but it wasn't, there was no chocolate in the soda. It was just supposed to be artificially flavored chocolate soda. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's weird, right? Like, why why would they have that as chocolate soda? I don't know. It is odd. So I think that's what it was. I think it was chocolate soda is what they call it. It was supposed to be like fudge, like chocolate fudge flavored soda. It was just bizarre. I've also had one that was supposed to taste like caramel, too. Back in the day, they would have these generic sodas at, like, the grocery store or even, like, Kmart and stuff like that. They had, like, these weird generic sodas that were, like, clear. They didn't have, like, color to them. They were clear, but then they would have artificial flavoring in them that would make them taste like what they wanted. And they didn't, I remember, like, the one that said it was, like, chocolate fudge, it kind of tasted like a Tootsie Roll. Yeah, now I'm remembering. It did. It was like Tootsie Roll soda. I was like, oh, like, who would want that? Like, Tootsie Rolls are all right as candy, but I don't want to drink a soda that my whole mouth is full of Tootsie Roll. You know what I mean? It was really weird. So I'm sure there's even weirder ones. I've seen ones now that are like bacon soda and shit, but I stay away from that stuff. I don't have anything to do with that. Okay. I'm just ignoring this tip because it's stupid. Okay. Sarah says, I disagree because I prefer quality over quantity. I don't want FromSoft to try and make different games that they have no knowledge of or experience in, like Rocksteady making a live service game. But understand what I'm saying, Sarah. I'm not saying, hey, FromSoft, abandon what you're good at and make other games. I'm saying keep making what you're good at, but I'd also like to see them experiment and dabble in other areas. I would like to see how FromSoft could do making maybe a different style of RPG. Maybe it would be good. Maybe it wouldn't. But at least they try. Maybe they can stumble upon something else that a different style of dev team would be good at. And they have a bigger studio now. They have the means to do that. So I wish they would. I would like that. Listen, I like Soulsborne, but at some point it's going to get stale. At some point I'm not going to want to play Dark Souls 7. We just played Dark Souls 4 and 5 in Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree. So at one point, you're going to be like, all right, I like something different now. And I hope that they're prepared for that and understand they can't just keep going back to the well endlessly, right? Dark Maggot says coffee Coke was a thing. Did it have actual coffee in it? Ooh, that's weird. Daxpa says, you think you'll play Shattered Space, the Starfield DLC? I might because I have it. Like, I bought the advanced or the deluxe edition of the game so I could play it early. So I actually have access to that. So when it comes out, which I'm not exactly sure what the release date is, I don't know if it has one. I might try it just to see now how Starfield actually runs, because apparently they've patched the living crap out of it and it runs smooth 60 frames, better graphics now. So just an experiment to see how it runs and what it, what's this DLC is all about. I might not commit to doing the whole thing, but I might at least give it a shot. Jade says, my birthday is soon. Can we do Red and Blue Bison on my birthday? I think your birthday is Saturday, right? And sadly, I wasn't really planning on doing Street Fighter on Saturday. I think Saturday was going to be the return of Fallout 4 on the first stream and Riven Remastered on the late stream, correct? We are doing Friday Night Fights the night before. If you'd like me to do it the night before, maybe I could do that and do the color you'd like. Friday Night Fights, you're in honor of your birthday. It'll be a little early. We could do that. Today we're only doing Purple Pimp for today. I wanted to do a Purple Pimp day with the purple themed joystick, purple everything. So that is true. Depending on time zone, Friday Night Fights could be on Saturday. Well, I think. Wow. That's cool. All right, we'll do that for you, Jade. Friday Night Fights. We'll do the Red and Blue Bison. I'll color the joystick red or blue. There you go. Game Boy says, will DSP's DSP 2.0 be running on Unreal Engine 5 or still on 4? We're going to go back. We're going to go back to the Turbo Effects chip. We're going to run it on. It's going to be amazing. You ever seen Star Fox 1? My whole body's going to be wireframe. It's going to be amazing. See right through me. I'm going to open my mouth and bullets are going to come out. That's going to be great. Okay. Oh, my nose itches. I can't even get the air conditioning to be good today. This sucks. I hate it. Right now, we're in this weird middle ground where it's like either too hot or too cold. So, like, I turned the air conditioning on. Now it's too cold. So then I turn it up. It goes off. But then it's going to be too hot. So I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be too cold again. Annoying. He says, yes, it was two of his favorite drinks, but they didn't work. So it was coffee and Coke together. That's weird. That is weird. Have I ever played Boggle? No, I have not. Never played Boggle. Jay Stan says, I like how the new fighting stick looks like a PS5 with these buttons on top. You're right. If you take a look at this new white aluminum stick, it does look like a PlayStation 5, doesn't it? It kind of matches the color scheme of PS5. You're right. The other thing I like about it, it's cool to the touch because it's real metal. It's real aluminum metal. It's very cool to the touch. So it's actually like an interesting, relaxing piece to play on. It's just different. Remember the Kanba was just like that plastic top, but it was like glass plastic. You know what I mean? But that thing would get disgusting as you were playing. It would actually get gross. Like your hands, sweat and stuff would be on it, and all gunk, and you have to clean it and shit. This one you could just wipe it easily with a rag like this, or a microfiber cleaning cloth, and it's clean within seconds. And then you could just go on your way playing, and you don't have to worry about it being all gross. I really like the design of this one. I mean, then again, it's a $400 stick, so it probably should have good design, no? Yak Almighty says, who do you think is the worst character in Street Fighter 6 currently? It ain't Zangief anymore. I think Zangief's way better now. I do. I think Zangief was massively improved, and at worst, he's upper mid tier. Well, I mean, I still think, sadly, Lily stinks. I do. I think she stinks. She doesn't have enough tools to do much at all. I mean, most of her strategy is based off of a fucking crouching fierce punch. And even that, they nerfed the crouching fierce punch, so it's not as good anymore. Definitely Lily is down there. Down there. You know, maybe Jamie. Jamie has some interesting mix-up setups, but the thing is, if you know them, he usually isn't going to get you with them. Like, he'll have these hit strings in the corner that eventually he goes for a drive impact, and he tries to throw it in there when you're not expecting it, but if you're ready for it, you just counter it, and he can't do anything. So, probably, maybe Jamie and Lily. I feel like Dalsim is better than low tier. I feel like he's like mid tier, but he's very hard to play. That's the catch. You know, Honda, here's the thing. Honda was low tier, but now I don't know with the improvements if he's been better or not. I've only used him once with the improvements, and I actually did well. I gained ranking points. So I don't know. I don't know if Honda's better or not. Minot. See, I don't know because I never really used Minot. I tried her and I didn't like her, so I never went back to her. So I have no clue if she's actually good or not. I can tell you this. Taking a look at people who are entering tournaments and or people who are placing in tournaments, right now, the top two are Ken and Cammy. I'm not kidding. Like, they're doing this Capcom World Tour right now. I forget exactly what it's called, like World Warriors or something like that. And there's more Kens than anyone, and just behind Ken is Cammy. And then it's everybody else. So, I keep telling you guys, Cammy is a scrub character. Cammy 100% is the replacement for Ken. Once everyone learned Ken, then people moved over to Cammy. She is the number 2 scrub character in the game. 100%. She's easy to play. Basically can constantly be doing this rush down. She recovers from everything easily. She's a scrub character. It's for fucking noobs, basically. You know? Whatever happened to Vega? He's not in this one. He was in 5, right? But he's not in this one. How hot does it get in my room? If I didn't have air conditioning in here, it would probably be around 90 to 100 degrees in the summer. With air conditioning, I keep it cool. I keep it in the 70s. Carlos says, Jamie gets killed because of the drink mechanics. The character starts to fight nerfed. So does Lily. Lily needs to get the wind charge, right? So, yeah. Basically, with wind charge and, the drinks, I feel like they're inferior characters. I agree with you. Spawn Killer, thanks for his super chat. He says, can you find out what your Street Fighter 6 record is? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by record? Because record could be overall wins and losses in the entirety of the game. It could be casual play. It could be ranked play. It could be character specific. Like, I don't know what you mean at all. I'm sure it's listed somewhere in the game, right? I don't know where. I pay no attention to that. I have individual stats tracked. So, for example, hold on. Right now, with Bison, I currently have overall wins and losses since I started playing M Bison. 344 wins, 229 losses, 60% win-loss ratio. Yeah, that's my overall wins and losses with Bison so far. But that doesn't really mean anything, right? what really matters is how am I doing once I hit Master? And in truth, I've had 3 straight sessions in Master where I've lost more than I've won, but at the same time, I've gained Master points because I beat higher ranked people. Basically, what happens is people jump in there with the scrub characters, Ken, Cammy, and they play the scrub pattern, and sometimes I win and sometimes I don't. If I lose a ton of ranking points, like a ton. But then if I play a higher ranked person at 1,600, 1,700 points and I beat them, I earn a ton of points. So even though I'm losing more than I'm winning, I'm losing to stupid, shitty pattern play morons, and I'm beating the better players, so my points stay high. I'm above the 1,500 ranking point barrier, but I keep losing more than I win because of the frustrations of playing these fucking pattern play scrubs, you know? I have to find a way to beat it. I just, I think I'm going to get better at it the more I play. Jay says, I miss you playing Tekken. Also, I deleted Mortal Kombat 1 on my Xbox One. Sad to hear that, because I know how much you like it, but I think we all agree MK1 was a big disappointment. What a shame that NetherRealm really just dialed that one in and didn't really do much effort. Sucks. Let's see here. Someone took the dollar, says, which pro players play Cammy? I feel like I haven't seen any recently. Even Punk started using Akuma. Has Punk switched to Akuma in tournament? I know he just won a tournament. Did he use Akuma instead of Cammy? Is that true? I don't know. I don't follow the tournament scene. Because I know he was exclusively Cammy for the longest time. Maybe he went to Akuma now? I don't know. Okay. Someone is saying you could try using an online spreadsheet from Google Docs and set a page to public view. No one can modify it unless it's you. You can let people comment on it as an option. Obviously, you can post that link in every one of your YouTube video descriptions. Oh, that's interesting. So I could make a public Google document that people would be able to access, and I could link it around. I'll have to think about that. Okay. Right? That way I could say, oh, possible upcoming, well, confirmed upcoming games, and then possible upcoming games that I'm considering and stuff like that, right? So Punk won CEO with Akuma in the grand finals, but he actually used Cammy for most of the tournament. Okay, there's your answer. So here's the thing. Akuma is very tricky and has a lot of safe stuff, but I feel like Akuma is total risk reward, because if Akuma gets hit once, he loses almost all his life because he has low health, right? Cammy is like just standard health, but also has non-stop, completely safe options and hit strings. And if anything randomly hits, she gets a combo off of it. Like, here's what really gets me. She could just do the back fist. And if the back fist she throws out randomly and it randomly hits you, she gets a full combo. This is the only game like that. All the other games that Backfist has been in, it's a move that's supposed to counter something. Like, let's say someone's throwing a fireball. Backfist would go through that and counter the fireball and knock them away, creating a reset setup. Now, she gets a free combo off of a fucking Backfist. It doesn't even make sense why they did that. I just don't understand how they made her that good. Dive kick. It's insanely hard to punish. If you try to punish it, half the time she baits and punishes you. If you block it, she gets free advantage for a full rush into the corner, and you can't do shit. If it hits, she gets a free combo from anywhere on the screen. Huh? Hey, let's give a character a moveset where every move leads to an insane combo from anywhere. What? Anyway, let's see here. Mr. Game Master just sent me $1. 2 things to remember. The System Shock sale ends in 2 days. So make a decision with your audience. Number 2, Are you interested in Sonic X Shadow Generations? With the Sonic Hat returning, yes. Oh, and the PS5, PS4 version is getting an exclusive longer prologue with Shadow. Well, cool. I'll probably, if I get it, I'll probably get it on there then. Yeah, why not? I mean, the Sonic Hat is literally from the original Sonic Generations game over a decade ago. That's how I got it. It came as a pre-order bonus. So why not wear that? There you go. Would I consider doing a stream where I drink a bunch of weird sodas and rate them? I don't think anyone's going to care. You know what I'm saying? Like, to do that, let's say I had to buy 10 sodas, right? So each soda is probably going to be a few bucks. They're probably talking like $50+ of investment just for the supplies for the stream. Just to see me sit here and taste test soda and tell you what I think. Would that even be a stream anyone wants to watch? Would it be profitable? I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. You know, who would who would care about me sitting around taste testing soda? That sounds to me like the kind of thing that a YouTuber who just does variety content would do as a special video they edit and release on their channel. You know what I mean? That doesn't sound like something I would do on a stream. Jason says, it's time for bison, please. What do you mean, Jane? It is bison. It is time for bison today, but I don't know what you mean. Hello, Richard. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Iron Man the Power says, good afternoon. Yesterday I tried a pink lemonade Kit Kat bar. It was really good. It had lemon cake taste. Ooh, I don't know about that. When I think Kit Kat, I think chocolate. You know, that's the flavor I want. I want chocolate, and I want that nice wafer taste. Cause I don't even know how to describe the wafer taste. It just tastes good. So I like that. I don't know if I would want Kit Kat with a weird, like a sour lemon flavor. I don't know about that. You like the churro and donut Kit Kats, says Psycho. I never tried. I know they have weird ones. They have the matcha green tea flavor, right? They have like weird Kit Kat flavors. I've never tried any of them. Do they still sell churros at my local Costco? I have no idea. I know they have the hot dogs, and I know they have the pizza, and I know they have that chicken bake thing. That's what I remember from the menu. I don't know if it had a churro on there. I'm pretty sure they changed the menu, right? So probably not. Oh! Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. You ready to watch Bison? I'm ready to play Bison, Jay. I'm ready. Hopefully we do well today. Hopefully we actually gain some ranking points today. That would be nice. My current record is 1,576 ranking points. Today I'd like to break 1,600, which probably means I'll go below 1,300, because I said that. What's up, DC? Happy birthday. I'm glad to hear it's your birthday. I hope you have a good day. You have anything special planned for your birthday? Oh, I'm pretty sure the joystick will work. This thing's amazing. Friday night, it seemed to be pretty flawless. You know, despite, the netcode dropping stuff, which you can't help. That's just the game. But I think, this is the best chance I have for good play is this joystick. Excuse me. Stupid allergy. You're going to eat at Red Robin and possibly play Lucky Dragon Infinite well. I haven't been at Red Robin in a long time. Can't even remember the last time. Red Robin with Kat. A long time ago, probably that first year when she had moved in, or maybe even when she was just visiting. I remember we went, we had a few drinks, but the food took forever to come out. And it was just okay. I don't really understand Red Robin. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's good, but I don't think I've ever had like a oh my god moment at Red Robin. It's like, the food's okay. But why are people like so crazy for Red Robin? I'd like to know, but what am I missing? Yak Almighty says, I use a Mad Catz TE2 stick. Is it significantly better than Mad Catz sticks? What do you mean? Yak, how would I know? What is it? I don't even know what a Mad Catz TE2 stick is. What is that? First of all, Mad Catz doesn't exist. How do you have a Mad Catz stick working on a modern system? You have a converter or something to get it to work on a modern system? Because the Mad Catz sticks are way outdated now that, you know, Mad Catz has been gone for a long time, right? Now I'm really confused. Well, Ongoy, I'm glad that you and Kyle are excited for the streams today. What is the best bacon I've ever had? I like two kinds of bacon. I like that really hearty, thick cut bacon, but I like it cooked well, and I like thin, crispy bacon. I do not like rubbery, undercooked bacon. A lot of people seem to like that. I just don't. I like it to be crispy. But if it's crispy, I don't want it burnt. I like it because it's thick. They cook it well, and you bite it, and you get that crispness of flavor to it. But I do like thick cut bacon. They came out with Mad Catz sticks for Street Fighter V. They did. Was that right before they went out of business? Because they are out of business now, right? Mad Catz doesn't exist anymore, correct? Let's see. Mad Catz. Are they still... They still exist? I thought they went out of business. Apparently they are. They do exist. Did they come back? Maybe they came back. Ego Arcade Stick. Arcade Fight Stick. Here comes a new challenger. The Ego Arcade Fight Stick. Find a retailer that sells it. Wait a minute. The first multi-format arcade fight stick, Ego, is fully compatible with PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. How old is this website? How old is this site? It's totally outdated, isn't it? This website. Best fight stick of 2021. Yeah, it's completely outdated. What the hell? Weird. Apparently they still exist. It says here TE3 it was the one that they listed. TE3 arcade fight stick. Oh, it's a broken link. You click on it. There's no picture for the TE3 fight stick anymore. It doesn't exist apparently. It won't even load. Oh god, it loaded. It looks hideous. Oh. Ew, that's the ugliest stick I've ever seen. Oh. It looks like a briefcase. When did this come out? It looks terrible. Wow, their stuff doesn't look very good, honestly. I didn't even know Mad Catz still existed. I thought they had gone out of business. Maybe they came back. Maybe they came back. It's a PS4 one. It works with PS5 fighting games. I mean, there's a new stick you got, how it compares to older Mad Cat sticks you used in the past. Oh, I haven't used the Mad Cat stick since, I haven't had the Mad Cat stick since Street Fighter 4. And I had two of them. I had the original model, and then I had the second model where the top was completely smooth and had artwork from the game on it. So I had two different models of Mad Cats, and they were good, but they did tend to wear out because back then no one was using the high grade components. So it was like lower grade parts. They worked well at first, but then they would kind of wear out and break. Today, I think all these sticks are using the Sanwa parts, correct? So they're all using the same standard of arcade parts. So they're probably all almost equivalent. Like, for example, this joystick, since it's using the Sanwa Denshi parts, honestly, I think it's more dependent on the features. The full aluminum, the ergonomic contoured angle that this has, right? Like, those are the things that are going to make this stick stand out, not necessarily, oh, the joystick and the buttons, right? So, there you go. Is the Victrix better than the Conva stick? Well, let me put it this way. I've only used it once. I want to use it again today. I need to use it a few sessions before I can really formulate a true opinion. I like the feel of the top of the stick better because it's aluminum. It feels better on the hands. It doesn't get sticky like the other one did. I like the contoured angle. I need to get used to it, but having that ergonomic contoured angle, I think, is better on the wrists. And I'll be honest, with the Conva, I was having certain issues moving right. Like, for example, I tried to drive rush right, and I would just stand there and parry instead. Or I would try to go down back to block low, and it wouldn't block fast. Not all the time, but it was an ongoing issue I definitely had with that Conva, and I don't know if that's the board, because I replaced the joystick, and the problem seemed to persist, right? I didn't seem to have that issue with the Victrix on Friday, but I've only played with it once. So let's try it today. Let's see how it goes. All right. Let me play more before I formulate an opinion. I don't think that 2 hours is enough. It definitely has better features. I mean, the stick has so many awesome features that are just way in addition deluxe to the Conva. I mean, just if I want to mod this stick, I just open it up from the back easily and I just swap the parts right out. No problem. With the Conva, I got to unscrew the whole bottom, fucking fuck around with the wire. The wires in that are bad. Like, the wires are all over the place, all messy and shit. This one, they're all nicely wired together. It's like such a better stick, in that regard. Okay. Anything else, guys? Any other topics you'd like to cover here before we get set up and we start with Street Fighter 6 today? You'd like to see Jasper today, Jade? I don't know if Jasper's around. I can't have him in here during Street Fighter. This happened last week. He came in here and he actually cost me a match that I was winning. I can't have him in here as a distraction during Street Fighter streams, okay? But if he's around, maybe I can invite him in for a minute. I don't know if he is here, though. Oh, looks like he's downstairs. Looks like he's downstairs. Maybe tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow I'm doing the final boss in Elden Ring, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as competitive Street Fighter, so I'll probably let him in maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Do I prefer goldfish or Cheez-Its? I like Cheez-Its as a standard cracker. I like the flavors that goldfish has, because you can get like pretzel goldfish, spicy goldfish. I know Cheez-Its has flavors too, but I think the goldfish flavors are better. So if you're looking for a variety of flavors, go for goldfish. If you're just looking for the standard cracker, I do think the Cheez-It flavor is better. I don't know why that was a pertinent question, but there you go. Yeah, remember pizza goldfish? Yeah, man, I used to eat those when I was a kid. Did Daxma I feel like I've answered that question a million times. He says, you ever consider getting another cat? Jasper is not that kind of cat. Jasper is the kind of cat who wants to be the center of attention at all times. If he's not, he's upset. If something else is going on, taking your attention away from him, he's upset. So he tries to become the center of attention again. You want to cook a meal for dinner, he jumps in front of it. Oh, we're cleaning, he wants to be in the midst of it. But Jasper, all I'm trying to do is fold clothes. No, jumps in the clothes. That's how he is. So, like, for example, when we first got Jasper, we thought, oh, we'll sleep and we'll leave the door open and we'll let him have free reign of the house. No, halfway through the night, he wakes up and he wants our attention. So he's running around the house making noise trying to wake us up. Because, oh, wake up, I'm awake, you get up. Come on, Mom, Dad, wake up, wake up. So, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, when other pets have come by, for example, there's a cat, a neighborhood cat that wanders around our neighborhood out back. Whenever he sees it, he freaks out and starts hissing and gets pissed off. He wants no other creatures in this house but him. This is his house, his domain, his business. And so, we did look into it. A cat like him with his personality type, if you bring another cat in, all it's going to happen, it's going to be territorial issues. He's going to be upset that there's another cat that now shares the space that he thinks is his personal domain. And he's going to start acting up. He'll probably start pissing all over the house, marking territory. He'll probably start fighting the cat. So we don't want to put him through that. And it is what it is. Now, High's Darkness says, but do you think people let pets dictate their lives too much? Well, let me put it this way. If your entire life revolves around your pet and pets, yes, that's too much. Jasper is very much a part of our life, but he doesn't dictate our life, right? Like, we like having him as a pet, but we also do other things that aren't related to him, right? But I do agree that some people take in so many pets. Now, that becomes their entirety of their existence, is taking care of these pets, and that's their life. And no, we want more to our life than just taking care of Jasper, all right? So, what we like is that when he's with us, a lot of the times he doesn't mind what we're doing as long as he's together. So my wife and I can relax on the couch together, have a drink together, watch a show, and he'll go off to the corner of the couch and curl into his blanket and just sit there and relax. He knows this is our time together. Leave us alone. But then he'll get involved later. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. There's other pets. There's other animals that are very different. Animals that are so social, they just love having companions around. Some dogs are like that. Some cats are like that. They're different personality types. But we know what Jasper's personality type is, so we don't want to mess with that. Oh, do we ever give Jasper unique foods? Well, this year we moved him to a different diet. He used to be eating this very high protein salmon based food, but now we moved him over to a Hills Science diet. Is that what it's called? It's the vet recommended one. We took him to the vet and he has some ongoing problems. For example, sometimes he gets urinary uh irritation, and then he starts over cleaning down there, and then it causes problems. So our our vet recommended Hill Science diet for that condition, and it seems to stop it. And I'm not kidding. He's been on this food for about 5 months now, and he has not had one issue with that at all. So fingers crossed that it's not just luck. I think the diet might actually have improved his health. He used to actually also have hairballs way more often, and now he only has a hairball maybe every couple of months, like one hairball, that's it. And he used to get them way more often than that. And again, this food is supposed to actually help with that, and it does, apparently. So yeah, so we listened to the vet, we switched over to what the vet recommended, and it seems to be working very well. So okay, anything else, guys? Are we good? Thanks for chilling. Thanks for the questions. Appreciate the interaction here early on. For the few who did support the stream early on, thank you as well. Oh, yeah. Okie dokie says, my dog's coat is shimmering after I switched to Hill's diet. Tub says, I think I'm excited for the upcoming Star Wars. I hope it's good. Me too. I'd love to have a good Star Wars game. It's not that the previous Star Wars games are bad. Like, for example, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a good game. It ran like shit at launch. You know, we want a Star Wars game that not only is a good game, but performs well as well. Not that it runs like shit. No, I'm not playing College Football 25. I don't care about sports games. Okay, guys, I think it's time to adjourn. Thanks for chilling. Let's adjourn the show. Tomorrow, of course, I'll tell you all about how things went on this stream, and I'll tell you about a chill Stardew Valley and anything else that happens. And I hope that you have a good day. I hope you'll stick around if you're on the stream. I hope you'll stick around for Street Fighter 6. Should be a good time. I'm hoping that it goes well here with the new stick. Only the real first official big stream using the stick. Seeing how it goes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow.